What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to the very first episode of Go Figure. So if you're wondering what Go Figure is, this is a new show that I started dedicated to figure reviews. Yes, I am doing figure reviews. I am absolutely in love with Hot Toys, Marvel Legends, and Mezco figures. So these things are unbelievable. I have a whole slew of reviews for you guys to see, and I can't wait. So we are getting started with our very first episode, and this is the Mezco Toy Invincible Iron Man Blue Stealth Iron Man. So this thing is absolutely sick. It's a PX exclusive, and thank you to our kind sponsor for this video, shoppoponline.com. So they were kind enough to hook me up with this, and I would do this review for them, and they also told me that I can keep it, which is even better. So thank you again to shoppoponline.com for sponsoring this video. So if you guys haven't already, go check out the website. They sell awesome stuff. He's got Pops, he's got Mezco, he's got NECA, he's also got Hasbro. So he's got Marvel Legends, people, and go check it out. And I'll leave the link in the description below for the website, and leave the link in the description below for their Instagram, because he's always posting stuff on Instagram for the latest and greatest of stuff that they get in. Whew, that was a mouthful. Okay, now on to the figure itself. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So one thing that is super cool is that this comes in a tin can. That's right, folks. So you can see the Invincible Iron Man, the Marvel logo, the Mezco logo, and the PX exclusive logo on the corners. Along the top, you can see where it says Iron Man Stealth Armor. On the side, it says the 1 in 12. On the other side, it says Mezco Toyz. And on the bottom again, it says Iron Man Stealth Armor. And then on the back, you can see a picture of the Iron Man, all the wonderful accessories that come with it, and just some snapshots of the figure itself in different poses. And the cool thing is that there's also a light up feature on this figure, so I can't wait to see where that happens. So let's get this cracked open. Open this, and as you can see, the first thing is a piece of paper. It says 1 in 12 Collective, Pose, Play, and Display. Welcome to the 112 Collective designed by collectors for collectors. So it's just a little brief impromptu introduction, which is kind of cool. Then you've also got some instructions that show the placements of the attachments, the batteries, all the other good stuff in this little diagram, which is pretty neat. And then we have this plastic cover, which is really cool. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. If we can get it off. Alright. So as we can see, we've got all the attachments here. So we've got some of the repulsor blasters, the missiles, the different hands, and everything, which is kind of cool. So it gives you that option. Then we'll go ahead and pull this out. Because underneath this, we've got looks like the stand. We got the stand for it. So we'll go ahead and take that out. We'll just move this to the side. So it comes with a base, which is kind of cool. So it kind of looks like an arc reactor. It has the arm that attaches to the base, so obviously you can plug this in and set it up for different poses and positions and whatnot. And then also, it comes with a Ziploc bag to obviously store all the other loose attachments that you are not using. After removing the figure to the box, I mean, I gotta tell you, this thing is actually really cool. It does have some serious weight to it. It does feel like it is a good mix of metal and plastic, which is really cool. On the back, there's this little panel, and you can take that off, and that's where the switch is to turn on the light for the front, which is kind of cool. So it's a little red beam that pops up, and you can put that back on, and it takes these like little small watch batteries, so just keep that in mind too. And it is a pretty cool figure. The articulation on this is a little interesting. The shoulders only go so high, but they do 360. The elbows are double jointed, which is kind of neat. The wrist gets 360, and it does pivot up and down. It does pivot up and down, which is kind of neat. As far as the legs go, the legs rotate 360. They don't go far back as much, nor do they really go all that forward. The knees are double jointed. The feet don't really have much articulation to them. The ankles do rotate, though, 360. As far as the torso goes, the torso doesn't bend forward that much, nor does it bend back. The head does tilt down quite a bit, and it also tilts up quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Now, the one thing playing around with this is that the mask itself does come off to reveal a Tony Stark, which is pretty cool. This face is, I believe what they said, there's like a magnet to it, so it just snaps back on through the magnet, which is really cool. And yeah, so let's go ahead right now. Obviously, the figure is really cool. I like the detail on it. It is really neat. So let's go ahead and dive into the accessories. Accessories are pretty cool. We'll start out with the hands first. So with the hands, they give you two hands that are just like you're holding their hands out like he's gonna blast, and then the other hands actually are more open, and they do have holes in them, so you can plug in some of the repulsor blasts into him to give it that effect that he is shooting stuff out. These hands are actually really cool. They're actually really sturdy, which is great, and obviously they plug just right in through the holes on the back. And yeah. Next up, we've got the, I believe the repulsor blasts, or these are, these are repulsor blasts that come out of the hands, which is pretty cool. So they give you two of them, so you can give that effect that he's doing the double blast, which is really neat. So these are actually pretty cool. They got a little bit of translucent to them. However, the hands don't light up. The only light up feature on this is actually the chest. So kind of a bummer. I wish the whole thing would have lit up. It would have made it really cool, in my opinion. But you know, what are you gonna do? Then after that, we have these little missile attachments that actually connect to the wrist and shoot out, and they are tank missiles. So these are actually pretty cool, these little missiles. They have a little detail on them. They're shooting out rockets and everything. So these are really cool. Again, they come with two of them, so you can have one coming out of each wrist, which is pretty neat. They actually have these other pieces that actually clip to the side of the belt that is on the figure, which have him deploying missiles out of the, deterrent missiles out of the sides. So there's 4 missiles that are shooting out from this piece, which is actually really cool. And like I said, they just clip onto the left or right sides of the figure's belt. So again, another really cool piece. I mean, you guys can dress this up in any which way, shape, or form you want to make it look as cool as you want. Next up, we've got the I guess you would call these like for when he's flying. So these are just like little flames that you can put into the palms that have the open hands, and you can plug into the bottom of the feet to give him the effect that he's flying, and you can actually position him that way with the base and the arm that they give you. So these little rockets, or well, I guess like little flames or little boosters, you would call them. But I mean, they're pretty cool. Again, it's all about the detail, and the fact that they give you so many accessories for this figure to, pose it and articulate it in certain ways to give it like a dynamic pose is really cool. And then last but not least, we have the main piece, which is the piece that attaches to the chest, which is part of that light up feature. It is just the main arc reactor blast. So this is really cool. This piece does light up as part of that function. So it's just a little disappointing that only the chest lights up. I wish the eyes and the and all the other parts would have been able to light up as well too. But it's a cool figure. I mean, there's no denying it. So to add this little feature to it, again, is super cool. And of course, the detail on it is really awesome. So yeah. So as you guys can see, this is one badass figure, and this is just one way you could display it. So right now I have him where he's just shooting out the repulsors, the lights on, and he's got the repulsor blasts helping him levitate while he's flying. So again, this is a super cool figure. I'm definitely going to be playing around with this and doing multiple poses and, doing some glamour shots with it. This thing is just really awesome. Super excited to do this one for my first Mezco toy. This will not be my last one for sure. I will be getting more of these. There are a bunch of them out there that clearly I've missed out on that I will have to go now and track down. So again, thank you, huge thank you to Colton, our sponsor over at shoppoponline.com. If you guys haven't already, again, go check out the website, Marvel Legends, Mezco, Pops, all kinds of stuff, NECA figures, the works. I mean, and the customer service is second to none, and you guys won't be disappointed, and that's why I feel comfortable giving my stamp of approval for shoppoponline.com. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the very first episode of Go Figure. It's only going to get better from here, I promise. I've got a couple of Hot Toys to do. I've got some Marvel Legends in the works. So stick around for those. Those will be coming soon, I promise. And yeah, so if you guys like what you saw, please be sure to give a thumbs up. If you're new, please be sure to subscribe. As always, be sure to hit that bell so you get notified every time another episode of Go Figure gets uploaded for your viewing pleasure. As always, you can check out all the excellent content we offer at mcecentral.com. There you can find the collecting news, Marvelous Statues, Statue Fanatic, That Geek Show, Comic Chat with Chad, What's Poppin', and of course this. So until next time, guys, keep it marvelous, but also, go figure.